The other ladies are already here, so.
Who? Welcome! Hi! Oh my god.
Bitch, get the fuck out of here!
Mary, come on over, girl. I am not coming over there. Oh, please stop talking to me like that. I don't like it. Can only do so many things at once. For you. For you. Mare. This evening, and a little bit of this trip from me, Septical, which means fake. Oh. I will be happy to write you a check for your hour. I don't want a check. You're gonna write me a check for your jewelry that's got cobwebs and dust on it. You haven't sold it. You guys don't say that. Don't say that. 10, read.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 4, episode 3. And I can say that this episode was so good from start to finish. The mess, the drama, the insertion, the when Meredith said, I could talk about, I said, she drunk. And Monica, Mary, Angie, and Meredith, they definitely ate this episode up. But y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, wanted, securing the bag.
Alright, so basically we see all the girls arrive to the motel. They are greeted by Trixie. And first of all, I didn't know Trixie was that tall, or maybe the ladies are just that short.
Hi, Trixie. Yeah, I lost my ring, Trixie. It's 60 G's. Oh my god.
I don't know. But they see Trixie, and Lisa, first coming in, you're like, I lost my, $30,000 ring. I lost my $60,000 ring. Oh my god. I'm just like, Lisa, girl, we get it that you lost it, and I have sympathy for it, because I'll be over here up in arms too, but you're gonna have to just let it go. Literally. So, as they're talking, Angie and Whitney walk out like, hey girls. And, everybody's looking like, oh, like, what's going on? It's tea.
The other ladies are already here, so.
Who? Welcome! Hi! Oh my god.
And, Meredith is just like, she's already in, she's like internally pissed, because Heather's like, Meredith, you're not gonna say nothing? Like, girl, like, this is crazy. Like, what's going on?
Angie? Holy shit. I didn't know you were gonna be here. Surprise.
And I get that Meredith is upset about Angie crashing the party, because she said it's very rude and it's inconsiderate, because I'm the host and I plan this, so you're just gonna invite someone off the rip and don't even talk to me. It's very rude, and I agree. But instead of being mad at Angie like she was this whole episode, you should have been mad at Whitney. For real. You should have had your foot on Whitney's back, because Whitney was the one who planned it. Whitney was the one who went behind your back, and Whitney was the one who basically invited her on it without even telling you. So Whitney was definitely doing what she do best, which is stir the pot. So, we see everybody go inside. The interior of the motel is very nice. It's not really my type. It's just too much pink. Like I said in my last video, would I go just to experience? I would, but it's just too much pink for me. But it is what it is. Everything still looks nice though. All the girls go to their room, but Angie and Whitney. Lisa comes back out the room, and they come and they start talking. Lisa's like, I'm shocked that you're here, but I'm even more shocked that you weren't invited in the first place. Like, and I'm just like trying to figure out, like, y'all really act like Meredith was cool with Angie last season. Meredith was not cool with her, and they went back and forth at the reunion, so they left off horrible. But Angie did tell us, like, later on at the end a little bit, that she did a lot of work for Meredith. Like, she put on some type of fundraiser for her, or like got her a house situation. I don't really know the semantics of the situation, but yeah, like she said that I helped you out, blah 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 blah. So Meredith, she walks out while they're talking, and everybody just stops talking, just like Meredith doesn't say anything. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe she didn't say anything.
Shocked that you wouldn't be included.
Girl, I want people to stop acting dumb. If she didn't invite you, she don't like you, she didn't speak to you, why was she gonna speak to you now? Like, hey Angie, like girl, I don't fool you. And Meredith goes to Heather's room, and you know Heather's like, oh my god, Angie's here, girl. She crashed the trip. What's going on? And so Meredith, you know, she brushes it off. She said, there's bigger things going on in my life right now. So it is what it is. Like, she could just be here, but I don't know why she would even want to be here. Nobody likes her.
Her actions thus far have been rather unpleasant. It's just mean girl nasty. It's a complete, like, act of war.
Heather, she is trying to rile Meredith up, for real. She's like, you know, Meredith, this is an act of war. This is an act of war. She just crashed a trip, girl. And it's funny how Heather and Whitney both are playing imposters. One doing Angie, the other one's doing Meredith, right? Because they know they want the drama. So, you know, the wait staff brings out the food for everyone. And, you know, the girls start eating. And, you know, Monica comes out as well. And then Mary comes out and they start eating. They said, now Monica's like, Mary, come on, sit over here with us. And Mary's like, don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. I'm just like, Mary, girl. She didn't say anything crazy. Like, what's going on? But, you know, that's Mary.
Mary, come on over, girl. I am not coming over there. Oh, please stop talking to me like that. I don't like it.
And, you know, Mary sits down and she starts partaking in the food and she gives us a little bit of shade. So she tells Whitney, she's like, okay, so Whitney, like, why did you come down here early? What was the reason? Like, explain. So Whitney's like, well, you know, Trixie's my friend. So, you know, I came, once I found out Meredith was coming here, I came and called Trixie, let her know I'm gonna come down here early to spend some time.
Early? I don't get, what is the connection? So like, Trixie's one of my good friends. That's why you're here early? Yeah.
She said she's going to spend some time, but she didn't even spend some time. They just chit-chat. She was hanging out with Angie most of the time, right? So Mary tells her, she's like, at the end of the day, I just feel like that was just very childish because you could have at least gave Meredith a heads up, like, hey, I'm coming out early.
It just feels childish. It might feel childish to you, but Winnie's trying to be inclusive, so I don't think that was Winnie's intent. I wasn't even talking to you.
So Angie speaks and says, like, it might be childish, but, you know, she's trying to be very inclusive. And Mary's like, I wasn't even talking to you. So, yeah. And I'm like, that's facts. Because at the end of the day, Whitney's a grown woman who can speak for herself and who has been speaking for herself. So she don't need a bodyguard, a lawyer, or backup. She got it, right? So all the girls come out in their bathing suits and Meredith brings out gifts.
My guests some gifts. Take a bag for you. Thank you. My guests.
So when Meredith walks out, she walks out in her bikini. She looks really good. And she's like, yeah, you know, hey, everyone, I just want to let you know I brought all my guests gifts. Angie called it. Angie's like, my guests. Yeah. So Meredith, she's over here passing around her gifts. She said, this is for you. This is for you. This is for you. I'm just like, ooh. Angie feeling the heat. She's just like, She's like, I bet those shirts are from the Goodwill.
For you, Mare. Oh, so how sweet. Keep on a walk.
So Meredith tells the girls, you know, we're going to be doing a shopping trip where, you know, we're going to pair off into duos, and, you know, basically what it's going to be is we're going to pair off, pick outfits for each other, just trying to build trust. So the pairs are Meredith, Lisa, Heather, Whitney, Monica, Mary, and Meredith was like, well, you know, Angie, since you weren't invited, I mean, you can just, you know, take yourself out.
And Angie, I didn't know you would be here, but if you want to go on your own or go with Whitney, you can, whatever you like. Thank you for acknowledging that you didn't invite me. It's all.
Angie makes a shady comment, and Angie's like, at the end of the day, I guess I wasn't invited, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. Monica catches it. Monica's like, oh, we're being sassy to the host? And, you know, Angie didn't like that. She just like, okay, girl, like, I mean, at the end of the day, whatever, but I invited you to the group. You need to be loyal to me. That's what she wanted to say, right?
Ew! Right out the gate. We are sassy to the hostess.
So everybody dispersed, getting ready for the little shopping trip. And, you know, they basically over here talking about Monica, meaning Lisa and Whitney and Angie. They're in one of the rooms. They're talking about Monica, and she's like, she's such a bitch. I can't believe she's gonna over here say that. She never has my back. She's doing this. I brought her in this group. She should thank me. Blah 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 blah. One, Angie, I get it, but I don't get it because you wouldn't even be here anyway if it wasn't for Whitney. Two, I mean, Monica can speak up regardless if you brought her in this group or not. Monica is grown. Just like Whitney can speak for herself, Monica spoke in that moment. And it doesn't matter if you introduce her to the group. First of all, we already know how it goes. You introduced her to the group, she got casted by the producers. She had to figure out who to film with, and the easiest person to film it was you. Right, because you knew too.
Monica's over there like, ooh, right out of the gate. What a f***ing bitch. You don't talk to anybody like that. I don't.
So Monica walks in and Monica's like, oh my God, I heard you talking. Like, so you're mad. Like, what's going on? Angie's like, yeah, at the end of the day, I introduced you to this group. You didn't have my back at the moment. You needed to play neutral. Blah, blah, blah. Just start going off on her. And she's just like, at the end of the day, you were rude. And I just thought that you were rude. So that's why I said it. And instead of going off on me, you need to tell her. I agree.
Like you're upset. You're like, ooh, right out of the gates. How about check in with me? Like I introduced you to the friends here. I tell you, that was rude though.
All the girls, they go out shopping on the Sprinter, blah, blah, blah. And, guess who basically joins Meredith and Lisa? Angie. So, we start seeing everybody what they do the shopping and we see their outfits. Mary and Monica, I think their outfits were pretty decent. It looked pretty great. I was like, okay, that's great. Heather gave very much urban. Right. Meredith looked normal. It looked like something she would wear every day. Lisa looked a motherfucking fool. Looked like she was in Coachella. Girl looked like a fool. Okay. Whitney looked a hot ass mess. I was like, girl, it's giving I'm going to the Royal Palace during a thunderstorm. Right. Angie looked great. I mean, she knew what she liked. So, I mean, yeah, nobody could set her up on that. So they all get into the Sprinter and head to basically dinner, 5-star restaurant. And when Lisa hears that's a 5-star restaurant, Lisa's like, so I'm going to have to dress like a gypsy in my bathing suit in a 5-star restaurant? Oh my God, that's going to be so crazy. Oh my God, this is so great. She just started complaining. And she brought that ring again. I'm just like, girl, at some point, we get it. I get that you're mad about the ring, Lisa, but it's not going to change it. Like Mary said, let it go. They even Meredith was like, girl, file a police report and you can get your money back. Like, I would assume you got insurance on it, because she's like, it's so sentimental. We get it, but what's going to change besides you not stop talking about it? Because that would tear my nerves up too. So they all get to the restaurant and they start drinking a lot of espresso martinis. Heather, yeah. So it's more Lisa complaining. She's like, oh my God, I'm cold. Can somebody switch with me? Oh my God, I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I want them to put the heater on. Oh my girl. But they cheers to positivity, and that basically gets broken up with Whitney's like, I want to play a game. I'm like, Whitney's trying to take a page out of Giselle's book from Ultimate Girls Trip. I was like, okay, I ain't mad. But the first game was very much boring. Like Monica said, this shit is boring. Like Monica was like, you want to hear something interesting? I was over here sleeping with my brother-in-law for 18 months. Yeah. That's what everybody's like, oh my God, girl, what? And Monica, I feel like Monica played the game right, because I feel like they can find some information out on Monica. But to be honest, Monica put half of it out herself. So it was just like, how can you spread me you can't spread me with my tea when I'm over here put my stuff out there already. So, then they hop over and play the whole warm and fuzzy, cold and prickly. We already knew when she said cold and prickly, I said, here come the bullshit.
Oh Lord. Again.
Whitney, here we go again. I'm not mad, but here we go. Heather to Angie. So she was just like, we have history. Warm and fuzzies. Like, we have history. We know each other since high school. That's cool. Cold and prickly is, I don't trust you.
Don't trust you.
Why don't you trust her?
It's like you were all over Jen, and that didn't work out. Then you were all over Lisa. And
So Angie's just like, okay, you don't trust me. Okay, why? So basically, she said that, okay, I don't trust the fact that you were all over Jen when Jen was in the group, and now that Jen's gone, you're all over Lisa. So what's going on? And Lisa chimes in. Lisa's like, oh my God, like at the end of the day, what did I do? I'm just like, Lisa, girl, you're getting defensive, and it's not really about you. And even Angie's like, Lisa, I got it. You just calm down. But no, Lisa's trying to over explain. I'm just like, girl, she's not attacking you. She's just saying that she's trying to attach herself to you. It's not a negative towards you. That's just what she's saying, why she can't trust you. And even Heather was like, girl, why are you getting triggered about what I'm saying? I'm not even talking about you in a negative way. I'm just saying she's trying to attach herself to you.
that perception is not reality. The question was not for me to dictate fact. It was for me to tell why I don't trust her. She's not all over me, though.
So, Meredith to Whitney. Meredith was like, I feel like your intentions are very positive. on the code of prickly is like, you need to work on your communication. She thought it was going to be about bringing Angie, but she's like, no. You need to work on your communication. Because, and we already know, it's like, girl, you should have told me that old girl was going to come on this trip. And like, cause it's like, I could at least mentally prepare myself for the bull. But now I gotta over here be surprised and boom, 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 boom. Mary basically jumps in. She said, okay, you say you don't care about Angie being here, but that's not what you said in the room with me and Heather. And you know, even though Mary is, you know, Meredith's closest ally, I like the fact that she did hold her accountable, because it's just like, don't sit up here and act like you're not upset when you're actually upset. And that's why I tell all my friends, I'm just like, you know, if you're upset, just go ahead and say it, especially when we're at a group outing. And you know, so like in my friend groups, there's some people that don't like each other, and then like everyone want to play fake and just like this and the third. Just I'm like, hey girl, I'm just like, y'all don't like each other, just break the monotony up. Especially if we about to go out for drinks or about to go day parties. I'm not about to be over here and just be. You might as well just go ahead and throw it out and just, we can figure this out later, right? So Monica jumps in and she basically does hers with Lisa. I'm just like, here we go. You already know whatever you could have said about Lisa, you know Lisa's going to take it up and beyond. We already know this. So when she said Lisa, I said, oh Lord, good luck, girl.
It was hard to listen all day to you losing a $60,000 ring.
So she said, you know, I feel like you took the dress up situation like a sport. Great. I think that's so great. But then she was like, you know, your constant complaining about your ring, you know, was very annoying. And, you know, you're not really looking at your situation. Like, I don't have the funds that you do. And I'm going through a divorce and, you know, try to support my kids. And you're over here complaining about a $6,000 ring. And Lisa's like, you know, I didn't say it over and over. Like, but, you know, noted. And I'm just like, I mean, you actually did say it over and over and over and over. You've been complaining this whole time, too. So Lisa feels like Monica needs to basically shut the fuck up. And, you know, when you can afford something like I do in my lifestyle, then you can speak to me.
Me, Monica. When you can afford to buy a $58,000 ring, you'll care about it too. Shut the up.
But like I said, two things can be right. I'll be upset about my ring being missing. I'll be highly upset, especially if it's worth a lot of money. I wouldn't have brought it, but if I had insurance, cool. Two, complaining is not going to fix it. Angie draws everyone's attention, and Angie's like, well, you know, one thing that Angie likes to talk like this. One thing that me and my family do is that we basically, the word of the day in Greek.
I want to share a word that I feel is kind of encompassing this evening, septico, which means fake.
She called everybody fake, or the group fake. And she tells Meredith, you know, I thought that we were friends and I came here to really like an olive branch. And Meredith was like, no, you said in public that we would never be friends. Never be friends.
Open heart. I thought we were friends. You publicly said that you will never be friends with me.
And Angie's like, when did I say that? I've never said that. You need to tell me time, place when I said that. I never said that. Even Monica was like, girl, you need to show the receipts, girl. What's going on? Show the receipts. So Angie tells Meredith, like, you have treated me so inappropriately, so rude, and, you know, I want to tell you how I feel. Meredith was like, girl, I don't care how you feel, and if you really feel that way, you can leave.
No, Meredith, I'm not going anywhere. It's not your dinner. You can leave. I'm not leaving. You were not invited by me. You can go.
Angie's like, I'm not leaving. Then Meredith, you know, she keeps telling her, like, you can leave. Angie's like, I've done a lot for you in the past. I've really helped you out in your businesses and this, that, and the third. And Meredith was like, look, I can write you a check. It's not a problem. She was like, she's like, I don't need your money from what? Your whack jewelry with dust and cobwebs on it?
I will be happy to write you a check for your outfit. I don't want a check. Give me a check for your jewelry that's got cobwebs and dust on it. You haven't sold it yet.
And Monica's over here acting like she said something about her children. She's like, oh my God, don't say. I'm like, girl, calm down. I get you new, but trust me, they get down. So don't worry. So at this point, Angie's throwing jabs at Meredith left and right. And Meredith is just like, she is, you know, pissed. She's so mad that she's changing accents. I'm just like, girl, what's going on?
You're embarrassing yourself. Everything about you. Angie, get out. Excuse me, she needs to leave.
Meredith gets up and she goes to the waiter. She said she needs to leave right now. Her right here, she gotta go. You know, that didn't work obviously because that's the waiter. He's just like, girl, I can see what I can do. I mean, okay. Meredith, she reaches her bullet point and she said, you can leave.
You guys don't say that. Don't say that. 10.
Angie's like, I'm not going nowhere. And we don't know why Angie don't want to leave, because Angie don't want to end up like Angie Harrington. Gone, right? Snowflake list. So Lisa and Mary are trying to keep Meredith under control, but she bursts out in tears and she tells her, like, there's more serious thing going on, like disabled kids. And at that point I was cut off, girl. I was just like, girl, what?
Deeper than this nonsense. There are children who are going to be disabled for the rest of their lives. What's going on?
I was confused, and I'm just like, okay. And you see Whitney looking like side-eyeing, right? But Meredith storms off. Lisa chases after her to comfort her. But Meredith is like unraveling. Like she's crying in her arms and breaking down. And it does feel like there's something deeper going on that she is just not saying.
Hey, there's a lot. Disgusting energy. Okay, wait. There's a lot going on right now. I don't want you upset. Come here.
Lisa's trying to calm her down, and she's like, we all act like teenagers. We all go back and forth. We all have said things in the past years. Meredith cuts her off. She said, look, at the end of the day, she's like, I can really go there. I can hit the juggler. If you want to talk about the rumors about her husband.
I go for the jugular and talk about the rumors and nastiness about her. You know what? You want me to go there with her husband? I can go there.
When she said that rumor, I said, I know Meredith has had one too many.
She drunk.
I think this is the most chronic I've seen Meredith. Yeah. But in the confessional, Lisa's like, okay, I feel like Meredith is reverting back to last year and, over here throwing out rumors as a defense mechanism. And that's what I felt like, it's her defense mechanism. Like, you hurt her, so she's going to hurt you with, like, supposed things that happen. She's not saying it's true, but, this is what I heard. So, she gets back to the table and Angie tries to mull things over. And she's just like, Meredith, look at me. It's not what I wasn't trying to like come at you, but I was just trying to get to a commonality. Meredith starts crying again. I'm just like, girl, what is going on at this point? Even Mary's over here looking like, girl, you
hurt, and I may not have approached you in the right way. You took it there tonight, and you can just go.
Okay. So Lisa tells everyone, like, at the end of the day, we need to put a cork in this, table it. We gotta go. So they all get into the Sprinter. Heather is pissy, drunk, and Meredith is on the bus and everyone wants to know like what's going on with her because she's crying in Monica's arm and she's just like, there's so much stuff going on. Lisa's like, what's going on? Is it your family? Is it like your friends? Like, she's like, she can't talk about it, but it's something horrible. Like, at the end of the day, it's not gonna get fixed. It's never gonna get fixed. Boo, 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 boo.
Supposed to end with you in tears at all tonight. I'm sorry for whatever you're going through too. Thank you.
She's really having her moment, and then Whitney's like, you know what,
Meredith, I just feel like, it's very convenient for you to bring up this. You always do this when you are faced with a challenge with one of us and you always want to just go so deep and just say like, woe is me. I just think that's so convenient.
I think it's a convenient thing right now. Excuse me? Yeah, I really do. Because every time I try to have a conversation with Meredith,
I'm just like, I can see where Whitney's coming from, but girl, wrong place, wrong time, wrong scenario. It wasn't even a time. Like, girl, let her have a moment, and you could have brought that up the next day. Like, it wasn't even that deep for you to even bring that up right then and there. And when they stopped and got to the back to the motel, Meredith got right up and she pumped it out the door. So when she got up, Heather is still on the bus. It's Heather, Monica, and Whitney. Mary's getting off the bus, and Mary tells Whitney, she was like, at the end of the day, she's so fragile, so you took that opportunity to basically take a dig at her. And Whitney's like, no, I didn't. And it's like, girl, you clearly did. You took the opportunity and you really threw salt all over her wound. And Whitney's like, at the end of the day, all I did was just stand up for myself and stand up for what I was saying. Girl, stand up for what? Because nobody was even talking to you, baby.
she's fragile, broken up, and then you attack her. Mary, no, I didn't. I stood up for myself and I stood up for the situation.
She didn't ask for your opinion.
Every time it gets hard, she does.
She won't talk to you. You could have left your opinion to yourself. You didn't have to say anything in that moment. You could have just sat there and just consoled her and then said something the next day if that's what you wanted to do. But you said something right then and there where she's already crying, talk about something serious. It just felt like a low blow. Very much. And Meredith, it should be noted. For real. So Mary then gets like, gets amped up. And she's just like, at the end of the day, you called me a pornography.
Have said
You called me a pornography, sweetheart. Pornography. You said you were afraid for your family for me.
I said, I knew what she was talking about, but I was just like, girl, pornography. Everybody's like, what? And then she was like, Heather, what she called me? She was like, predator girl.
Tell me, Heather, what was it? Predator. You called me and my husband a predator.
She's like, yeah, you call me a predator. This and the third. They start going off. And she was just like, at the end of the day, you need to grow up. She's like, you need to own yourself. She's like, you don't love yourself.
Who's with me? You're looking at her.
Well, I don't know. The way you talked about me, don't you go there.
The way you talked about me.
But low key with Mary, I'm just like, season 1, America as a collective called you that. So I mean, you redeemed yourself season 2 and this season as well. But season 1, girl, they were on your head. Sorry. But Whitney, she basically after everybody left the sprinter, Heather's the only one on the sprinter. They closed the sprinter door. Heather's like, I need a trash can, girl. I'm sick, girl. I'm sick. She started throwing up. Whitney's like,
Get me out of here. Open the door.
They opened the door. Whitney had to get off because Heather is throwing up. Heather is peeing on herself. It's just dripping everywhere.
I'm embarrassed in front of everybody, man.
I said, girl, that's how you know this is a good girl trip. Girl is pissy drunk. Oof. I know that sprinter smelt rank. But y'all, that was the episode. Let me know what you guys think. This was definitely, I'll have to give this an A straight throughout. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.